Good morning, everyone. For those of you that are just joining, give us a few minutes and let some other people hop on here. I know I'm a little early with, um, time differences and everything, but we will get started here in just a moment. Do want to make sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me, go ahead and give a thumbs up or something. I am going to start here in just a second. Sorry. My first sip of matcha. Now I'm going to put it away so I can be present. All right. Let's see. Let me just make sure. I'm just testing sound. It's been a long time since I've been on here live, so give me a second just to test sound and make sure everything is working correctly. And then we'll go ahead and get started. I know so many people have been wondering where I have been. I've missed you all. I will get to that in just a moment of what's been going on, catch all up, and then jump into your reading because I have missed everyone on here. So yeah, if you can hear me on here, please let me know. I really appreciate it. Let's go to live videos. It's not showing that I'm live right now, but you're on here. Okay, we got a thumbs up. So yes, you can hear me. Thank you. Okay, I appreciate it. I got new earbuds, so I just finally gave in to, AirPods. I really like Pro Beats, but I gave into AirPods, so I hope they're working correctly on here. All right, so I'm excited to jump into your reading. Oh, here it is. Okay, finally, because it is not showing. There we go. Able to see comments and everything from everyone. Okay, good. Oh, y'all saw Bobby walk by. Okay, good. Okay, so I've been out the last month. We'll start with that first before we jump into your reading, so that way you can just move forward. But I've been out the last month because I had surgery in the beginning of December, and I thought the recovery, sometimes we just feel we're still as young as we once were, or that we can overcome any challenge, which you can, but sometimes we have to take time. And I had to really weigh the pros and cons of doing more than anticipated and expected, because the surgery was fine. It was quick, and I was happy that it was, over, an outpatient surgery, but the recovery was really, really hard. So if some of you have been wondering where I have been, that's what I've been doing in the month of December, other than, Christmas shopping and stuff like that, whatever I could do. But the recovery was really difficult, and I was on too many medications just to keep the pain away, that you really didn't want me to get on here. I would have been really goofy. So yeah, I've missed you all. I'm glad I'm back. And we're going to go ahead and jump in. We have a few people here already. Okay. All right. I see more people logging on this morning or joining. So good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, wherever you're tuning in from. I hope that you're all having the most wonderful day so far. Happy New Year. I missed all the other holidays to tell y'all, happy Merry Christmas or whatever you're celebrating, wherever you're at. Just, happy holidays. So I'm excited to be back, and I will be working on some readings for you this weekend that are going to be by each sign, but I wanted to do an all signs read for when I got back. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and jump in, everybody. Thank you so much for being so patient, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. So we're going to check current energy of the person on your mind, and the current energy between you and them, how they feel about you right now and how you're feeling about them. And then I'm also going to get the connection between the two of you. Now, since this is an all signs read, I will not be clarifying cards. It'll just be too long. I'll be too exhausted. I am still recovering, but so much better now that I'm not on any medications or anything to help me with pain. And I've been getting a lot of stuff done. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump in. So we're going to start with Aries, and we're going to work all the way to Pisces sign. And timestamps will not be available right now since this is a live reading. So those of you that are either just joining or join later, timestamps will be available after the video has finished and has completely uploaded. If somebody would like to keep track of timestamps for me, I greatly appreciate that. Whoever wants to do that, I will answer a question for you personally for free, because, you know, that's your time is valuable just like mine. So I appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. And we're going to start with Aries. I don't want these ads on here. I just want to know whoever is. There we go. Okay. All right. And get the current energy for Aries, please, and the person on their mind and the connection between the two. All right, last shuffle. Okay. It's a little bit difficult over here at a different table, but this is what we're working with today. If you also like the view that you see on here where you can see the cards better, let me know. I appreciate any comments of how I can improve the channel as well as the view for all of you. All right, and then I dropped a card. Hold on one second. If I sound nasally, stuffy, whatever, I am. It's just mountain cedar is really high, and I live in South Texas, and we just have some of the highest pollen counts of different things here. Okay, that's a pretty good view of everything. I want to make sure you can see the full table, all of that. Okay. And can I get the connection between Aries and this person, please? Okay. So for you, Aries, I have this Seven of Wands, I have the Knight of Pentacles, and I have the King of Swords that comes out for you. So I do see you have your guard up with this person. You're definitely approaching things cautiously if they show up. I don't see you engaging with them, showing up, wanting to really talk to them about whatever this is or open up. There's something that you're not opening up to them about because you feel you need to protect yourself from this person. I do see that with that Seven of Wands here, but you're also ready for a battle. Like, you're not going to back down from this person, but you're also not going to approach them. You are just doing your own thing. I see that you're sticking to a plan that you have, keeping yourself busy, working hard. Also, your plan involves like you teaching this person some kind of lesson here is what I see, because the King of Swords is, you know, very strategic, very smart, intelligent. and logical, right? So since the King of Swords is always thinking things through and, you know, plotting a plan. Sorry, I need to redo my nails. I haven't even had a time to do that, but I didn't care. The King of Swords is, you know, like, I'm going to show this person, you know, either what they're missing, but I don't see you doing it as like what they're missing. It's like you're teaching this person a valuable lesson of when you do certain things to people, you get certain prizes, or, you know, you get that same energy back. So it's almost like you're giving this person exactly what they have been dishing out to you, which is you have your guard up, you're not going to come to them, you're sticking to your plan, you're not going to break from it, and you're keeping yourself busy, and you're also just not engaging with this person. How they currently feel about you. They have the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords, as well as the Ten of Wands, okay? And so I'm really seeing that, you know, this person, they kind of want your attention, but they're the type of person, well, you know, and if you don't know, let me just put it out there. They're the type of person that really wants someone to show up and prove to them that they're worthy to be around them. So it's like this person wants your attention, but at the same time, they're not going to chase after it. They feel they've messed everything up here. They feel like the worst of worst is happening right now. Y'all are going through the worst of it. And it's been weighing heavy on them. As much as they try and make it look like they're unbothered, or that they don't care, that's not entirely true. They just are not the person that would chase or be the person to show up and say that they're sorry right away. It's almost like this person's like, well, if it happens, it happens, you know? And the connection between you and this person, Aries, is the Five of Wands and the Four of Wands. So I definitely see like trouble in paradise here. I should have just left those cards there because y'all can see them so well here. But meaning that, you know, there's a disagreement you two have. There's challenges between the two of you. You kind of, it's almost like you two butt heads at times. But are in a relationship or have a very strong connection with one another, that it feels like either you're twin flame. If you're in a relationship and live together, y'all are trying to work things out, but you're going to do it in a way of, I'm going to show this person by doing this plan that I have. You know, I've set a plan out of how I'm going to handle this time, and I'm going to show them by doing something different how I won't accept, you know, whatever has happened or what was said or whatever it is that they did here, because you want to be treated fairly, and rightfully so. So we're going to go ahead and move on, Aries. That's what I have for you right now. Your card on you. Oh, thank you, Sierra. I appreciate that. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Taurus here. Okay. So if this resonates with your situation, remember, not everything in the reading will resonate with your entire situation. If there are parts of it that resonate with you, please hit that like button. Let me know how it's working out for you, or leave a comment. I really appreciate that too. All right. Yeah, and it won't, sometimes some people are like, everything resonating. I think that's really, really neat. But because it is general, it might not resonate for every situation or every certain thing you have going on in your life. So let's go ahead and we're going to move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus. Give me just 1 second. Now that I have everything up, I'm just going to plug in my iPad for a second so it can charge. So if I don't see your comment right away, it's because my iPad's charging and I'm using my phone to record right now. Okay. Taurus. And please have the current energy for Taurus, how they feel about the person on their mind, or how that person feels about them, and the connection between the two. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, Taurus. Taurus, I like your energy, of course. And I like how it's about you. Like, you're not making it them. You're making it about, you know what? I don't have time for this. And you're choosing you in the end, which I think is fantastic. Now, them, that's a different story. That's where I was like, ooh, okay. And I'll get to that. Give me the connection between Taurus and this person, please. Yeah. Okay. So you have the Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands that comes out for you. I'm feeling like the light changed in here a little bit. So maybe I'm crazy. I'm just going to pick these up and show you. So Five of Wands, Queen of Wands, Eight of Wands, okay? What I'm really seeing here is that, you know, the way you feel about this person is you're tired of the drama. There's drama between the two of you. There's fighting between the two of you. An argument happened or disagreement, whether it was physical or just verbal or both. And you're not putting up with it anymore. You're like, you know what? I don't have time for this. So I see you just like focused on you, like, you know what? I'm unbothered by it. I'm going to move on. And you move on quickly. Like the Eight of Wands is really showing that fast moving energy of getting away from a situation that feels bad to you and feels like all that's going to happen from it is drama and arguments, and it's just not good. So good for you, Taurus. Their energy of how they feel about you, well, they're moving on. They want to get through the storm with the Six of Swords. Then we have the Seven of Cups and we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. They don't want to learn from their mistakes. They'd rather... Bobby's so cute this morning. They don't want to learn from their mistakes. They'd rather explore other options, which they are dealt a hand of whatever options they explore here. Someone doesn't communicate back with them. They just shut them down. So they will start to get karma from walking away from a situation instead of... like an unfinished situation between you and them. If they owe you some kind of apology or something like that, Taurus, or they're in the wrong and they're not coming to you to take accountability, that's where the universe is going to teach them valuable lessons of why they should be accountable. You might not see that in the time of you and them, but it will catch up to them, especially since whatever options they're exploring, that person's like, nope, not getting back to them. They already see the red flags with this person that's tied up to you. The connection between the two of you, the Two of Wands and the Knight of Wands, okay? So it's really coming out as this connection. I see that, you know, you wanted to step out of your comfort zone with this person and you wanted more communication with them and you wanted to make some bold moves. If they were willing to be on the same page as you, if they wanted the same thing as you, but for them, they are wanting to explore more because they're not ready to settle down. So there's definitely a huge difference there, Taurus. All right, so we're going to move on now. That's what I have for you. Sorry. I'm telling you, it's been so long. I know y'all have been like, oh my gosh. I think it's been about a year since I've done a live reading and I miss it. I have not found a lot of time in the last year, and I hope to find more time in this year to do more live readings with you all because I love connecting with each and every one of you. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Gemini now. All right. Can I get the current energy for Gemini, person on their mind, and the connection between the two of them, please? Oh. Oh, well, Gemini, I'm so sorry. I see what's happening here for you. It's not easy. I'm going to put this right here. Maybe you can see it better. I feel like it's a little bit better. All right. Okay. And let me get the connection between Gemini and this person, please. Well, that is something. Okay, so first things first, you have the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Gemini, I really see that you're feeling hurt. You feel kind of ghosted or left out, you know, very lonely with this person. They don't show you a lot of appreciation or just gratefulness to be together or to be with you or to talk to you in any way like that. But I'm seeing that you're feeling hurt here, you know, waiting for them to show up, but nothing's happening. You've been blocked by them. You do know that. Or there's just block in communication. Like you're not going to reach out to them. You need them to come to you. But they're not doing it. And it's making you feel this loneliness and feeling like this loss of like, what did I do? It doesn't have anything to do with you. Sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes people don't have, you know, matched chemistry, and that's okay. And sometimes God, the universe, spirit, you know, your guardian angels, they're looking out for you. And so some connections might disconnect, and it's really difficult because we don't know why, right? And we're not supposed to. But there's a better plan for you, is what I'm getting at. So this person, the energy that comes out for them is the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. This person actually loves getting attention from other people, okay? And not just other people, I shouldn't say like that, from people in general. But they're quick to leave. Like this person is quick to run off. They don't want to talk about it. They don't even want to think about it's. I hate to say it like that because it sounds so mean, but I'm just going to be honest. Y'all know I don't like to sugarcoat things. They don't want to talk to you. They're not in love. They flirt with other people. They want attention from other people. So whatever they had with you, they're done with that now. And this is all a game of someone who pursued the other person heavily, and then it turned into, you know, I don't have time for that. I just don't have time for that. I feel like the person you're dealing with here, Gemini, is someone who likes to be the life of the party. I think it comes natural for them. Maybe they are a fire sign. They don't have to be a fire sign, but they have a lot of personality and I'm trying to say, like, people feel very comfortable with them. And so they pursue heavily wanting to get to know someone. And then it seems like everything becomes like at a halt because, you know, work. I'm just going to say that because, you know, the King of Swords is like, I don't have time for love. I just have time for work. And it's sad because that's not what you were offered in the beginning. You were offered someone who was really pursuing you, and that's why the pain, you know, you feel hurt by this person. And I understand. So, all right, Gemini, that's what I have for you. We're going to go ahead and move on to Cancer. Again, those of you who are joining right now, this is live, and so timestamps will not be available until after the video has completely uploaded onto YouTube, and I can make those revisions to the video adding timestamps. But if you would like to add timestamps, I greatly appreciate it. And I will offer a question asked, and I will answer it for you if you handle timestamps on this video for me. The first person to do it. Sorry, I should say that. Otherwise, I'm going to have a ton of people wanting to do it. If not, that's okay. I just want you to know your time is valuable and I appreciate it. All right. Cancer. Can I get Cancer's current energy, the person on their mind, and the connection between the two? Oh. Okay. And the connection between the two, please. Yeah. All right. So Cancer, for you, you have the Six of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. Okay. And I'm really seeing that you're trying to move forward from something that felt very rough. Yeah, they're with this person or just kind of coming out of a rut, you know. I see that you're wanting to move forward and either start a new connection. It looks like, okay, so I have two scenarios and I'm going to put them both out there because yours is coming out with two scenarios here, Cancer. So some of you are moving on and starting over, brand new beginning on your own, and you feel like everything is going well. And that's without this person. Others of you are trying to move on from whatever you two were going through and start over here, like rebuilding and feeling very confident about it. But I'm going to tell you that the person... Sorry, if you hear a lot of meowing in the background, that is Parker. He is our newest addition, but Bobby is, I have come to find out, she's not very nice. She's tiny. She's 6 pounds of feisty fierceness, but she's been beating all these big cats up. So I keep them separated right now. All right, there's that Six of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands here. Now, for them, they're tired of having to prove themselves to you. Like, they don't want to fight anymore. They don't want to have to prove themselves to you. They don't want to do any of that. But they're also in a negative place. They feel like both of you said some things that were not so great to each other. They definitely feel like they've messed everything up with what they've said because they were so upset about it. But they're tired of fighting and they feel like it makes them so angry. And that they don't want to stress about things anymore. They actually just want to move forward here. Now, with you or without you, it's showing like at the bottom of the deck, there's the Cup. So it's kind of showing that this person's trying to be in tune with their feelings, even though they're also coming off as frustrated or mad or whatever. It's like they're feeling all of these emotions, which are triggering, them, like they feel hurt. So then they feel triggered of how am I going to react or how do I feel, about that? What do I want to do about it? The connection between the two of you is going to be the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands in reverse. It's really showing there's a procrastination of communication between the two of you here, that you both have feelings for one another, but no one's really being the first one to open up with more communication or step outside of their comfort zone. And then those of you that are moving on to a brand new beginning here, Cancer, I do see that you're sticking to your plan here and your decision is final of I'm not going back to this person because I feel better without them. Others of you that are trying to work things through or work things out with this person, I see you're trying. They are having a little bit more difficulty of starting fresh and planting that seed because they're still mad. They're still in this negative state of mind. They're also feeling like, I don't want to fight about anything. Their ego gets in the way. But then they start thinking about everything that's going wrong or had gone wrong. And it's almost like they just distract themselves with other things to not think about it currently. But they can't because it's really showing that they're having a hard time just getting past what is this feeling of why do I feel so frustrated, or why does it bother me so much that this happened with Cancer. I think it's because they care. I think it's, if they didn't care, they wouldn't have feelings like that, right? Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on. Cancer, that was what I have for you today. And we're going to move on to Leo. Gosh, I have missed all of you so much. If y'all are just getting on here, just to let you know, I was out for the month of December because I did have surgery and it was a really tough recovery. I just want to say I appreciate all of you for being so patient, knowing I will be back. So if I'm never coming back, I promise I will let y'all know, like, I'm closing down my channel, but I just don't see that happening. All right, move on to a Leo. Can I get current energy for Leo, person on their mind, as well as the connection between the two of them? My daughter is trying to tiptoe around the house, so I'm just going to let her know real quick. Babe, you can walk around freely. You're not going to disturb anything. They're okay with it. All they're going to see is your cute little shoes and your cute little legs. Sorry. All right, guys. All right. Leo. Energy for Leo. Person on their mind and the connection between the two of them, please. Okay. Oh. A-Train, thank you so much for timestamps. That was the first one that I've seen on here. Of course, I told y'all I'm charging my iPad, so I may not see all of it. There we go. Plug it now, I can see. Okay, there we go. Now can I get the connection between the two? Ooh. Leo, you gotta be careful with this one. Yes, you do. Look at everything. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. Bottom of the deck is going to be the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Really evaluate the situation with you and this person, okay? Take your time. Do not rush. Spirit wants you to know if you rush, it could be a mistake. We're all here to make mistakes and learn from them, right? But Spirit doesn't want you to make this mistake. Spirit wants you to know right now that this person is in the connection. They're a flirt, but they let me be honest, they just want sex. They are physically attracted to you. They want you. It's heavy on their mind all the time. They want to tell you how they physically want you. It's been weighing heavy on them, but beyond that. Now, Leo, maybe you're not looking for love. Maybe you're not looking for a relationship. Maybe you just want a friend. Or maybe you're just like, I just think they're cute and maybe we should hook up. Who knows? If that's the case for you, Leo, okay, great, because they're not looking for a relationship. But for you, you have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Swords, and then the Seven of Swords in reverse. Like, you're good. You're doing everything in your life the way that it feels good to you. You feel like you're living your authentic self, being your authentic self, living your authentic life. But there's a lack of communication. You're good looking. You work on yourself. yourself, you take care of your health, or, you know, like you just dress nice, like you put effort into yourself. And I love that, Leo. But as far as communication between the two of you, there's a lack of it. There's a break in communication, and you feel like this person's holding something back, but you don't trust them, nor do you feel like you want to trust them, which is telling me it's not very serious with this person. That's why I was feeling, okay, if it's not that serious, or maybe you're safeguarding your heart, I get it. But for them, they have the Two of Wands, they have the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. See how they're so passionate, like they're so driven by desire of like attraction to you. That Ace of Wands, you know, is be attracted to, you know, like a moth to a flame. You know, they're the moth, you're the flame, obviously, and they're very attracted to you. They're very drawn to you. They don't know why they feel this intenseness with you. It's heavy on their mind all the time, but they want you physically. And I say that because we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, which is all Knight of Wands in reverse is all about one thing. You know, that's what they're there for, but they're not going to stick around. And they do like you, though. That's the thing. It's not that they don't like you. Like, they have feelings for you, or they've caught feelings for you, Leo, but they don't want to settle down. They're like, I like you, Leo, but I'm not looking to make any changes in my life for you to stick around long term at this time. That's how they feel. So, Leo, that's what I have for you right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to, who's next? Virgo. Yeah. So just be careful if this is your situation, Leo. You know, everything with a grain of salt. Take your time. Like I said, Spirit really wants you to evaluate the situation. Is this really what's going on in my situation? Which is telling me that some of you might take a lot from this reading and apply it, which can drive you crazy if that's not what's going on in your life. And I absolutely do not want you to do that. I want you to trust your own intuition, and just know that the readings are a tool to help you, you know, give you some kind of guidance or insight. But the decision comes from you, your intuition, what you want to do with it. So we're going to go ahead and move on now. All right. Now we're moving on to Virgo. All right, Virgo. All right. Can I get current energy for Virgo, person on their mind, and the connection between the two, please? Okay, Virgo. All right, Virgo. Should I? Okay, Virgo. There's an additional message that came out for your reading. Like, but it's not for you. It's just to confirm. And then, you know, if your partner watches the readings, that's different. But yeah, you want, I'm just going to get out there so I can move on. You want more excitement from this person, and you feel like it's lacking. You're getting to like the stagnation, this boredom point, and you want more excitement. You want them to be more exciting or to show you more something. And that all comes to a physical, passionate level. Something about you're noticing that things are like, let's spice things up a little bit. Let's change things up a little bit because it's getting a little boring and you don't want that. So I understand. That's just a side message. Now let's go ahead and get this person's energy. How I feel about you. All right. How about that? All right, Virgo, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Wands that comes out for your energy. Again, like I said, you definitely are paying great attention and detail to how things are not really progressing past a certain point with you and this person, and you want more from them. Like, you really are trying to figure out, how do we make this work, or how can we make this work? And it's coming off like you either are feeling, I'm putting in a lot of work and I'm feeling this sense of rejection from them, or I'm feeling like very put off or put last in their life, and I don't like that. I want something more here. I also see that you're working hard on like a project for yourself. There is something that has happened recently too, where for you and your work, it's showing that all of your hard work was not fully appreciated, and now you're having to quickly, you know, divert to something else here. Maybe finding something that has, you know, like a better career that's better for you, or someone who appreciates your work more here as well. For this person on your mind, they have the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Wands that comes out. And they're really showing that they have a lot of, like, they create a lot of relationship drama. They flee, like, they're back and forth constantly. They're easily frustrated. But this person is running. They create a lot of relationship drama. So they're moving on. Whenever things get tough, or it feels like things get serious, this person runs away. They're running away, and kind of looking towards the future, like they're wanting to move on. Now that's so weird, because it's like, is this person running away from you entirely, or are they running away from whatever happened in the past, kind of like brushing it under the rug and just like, let's move on, which is not going to work for you, because that's where you feel stagnation happens of, we're not fixing anything, we need to fix this. Yeah, and that's really, oh, it's not at 1%. Sorry. I'm showing that hopefully it's not my phone is at 1%, because that would really, really suck. And I'll have to finish up the reading in a minute. But anyways, so yeah, it's really showing that this person, they also have like a lack of direction. They don't have like a strategic plan with you, or how to work things out or work through a tough situation. So when things are tough, they just kind of move on, and then they wait for the other person. So it looks like they're waiting for you to either reach out to them, or they're moving forward and kind of waiting for the next best thing to come along. Now, the energies that come out for the connection between the two of you is the Four of Swords in reverse, and then the Eight of Swords, okay? And so it's really showing that there's some deep healing that needs to happen here, but also that the energy is stuck, because someone, if not both of you, but it's really coming off like them, gets in their thoughts and doubts and insecurities really quick. And it feels like your person is the one that does that runs away from the situation instead of resolving it. So, all right, now we're going to go ahead and move on to Libra. All right. So if any of that resonated for you, be sure to hit that like button. Not everything is going to resonate in the reading, because it is general. But if some of it did resonate for you, please hit that like button. I appreciate it. It lets me know how I am doing on here, as well as if you want to leave a comment. If you don't want to hit the like button, that's fine. But you're like, oh my gosh, I got to tell you, leave a comment. I appreciate it. It helps me to know what I'm doing is helping. All right. Okay, Libra. Can I get current energy for Libra, person on their mind, and the connection between the two of them, please? Oh, Libra. Okay, I'm going to move this over a little bit that way. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Libra, you have the Four of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm really seeing that for you. You really love this person, but they broke your heart, and or your heart broke, and you feel like there's definitely some heartbreak, you know, feeling hurt with that Three of Swords, but also wanting to start over. Now, maybe that's starting over, like you have to plant a new seed and start a new beginning elsewhere. Or you want to start over with them, because I see how much you love them with that Four of Wands, the Three of Swords, and then the Ace of Pentacles. For them, they have the Four of Swords in reverse, the Page of Pentacles, and the Justice card. For some of you, this person that you've been dealing with has a difficult time with like drugs and alcohol, or gambling addiction, or some kind of addiction, something like that they can't break from, but they're trying to learn to do the right thing. Like they're trying to reverse that and do better. Maybe that is something that you went through with, you know, your significant other, or this person that you really care about, because I'm seeing how much you love them. But they're trying to change that. This person and others of you, you know, and it could be the same thing, but this person wants to open up with more communication. They will reach out to you because they want to be honest and truthful with you. So it's like this person wants to fix things. Like, I want to correct things with you. The connection between the two of you, and yes, all those cards filled out, so I just took them, is the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Hierophant, okay? So there definitely was a fight which caused in this connection one of you, if not both of you, to energetically walk the other direction from each other, not walk in the same path. And it all had to do with traditional values. Maybe like your family wants something specific from you or from them, or traditional values. Maybe your relationship is that of the same gender, or out of a different culture, things like that, that made it feel difficult, that caused an argument of like, well, when we're just like, emotionally I'm checked out because I don't know how to get through to you, because every time we try and discuss what these traditional values are, or what I want, or that I want us to be together, it leads to an argument. So that's really difficult, I understand. So Libra, that is what I have for you right now. We're going to go ahead and move on to Scorpio. Okay, I know we're moving on to Scorpio. Either Scorpio, you're dealing with a Capricorn. That double energy came out the moment that I split the deck of cards. But either you're dealing with a Scorpio, or a lot of you are here for or Scorpio. You're dealing with a Capricorn, or a lot of you are here for a Capricorn, or someone with heavy Capricorn placements. Because I just got this, like, wave of like Capricorn, you know, through my mind. I'm just like, what is that about? Okay. All right, Scorpio. Can I get current energy for Scorpio, person on their mind, and the connection between the two of them? And the connection, please. Oh, interesting. Okay, so for you, Scorpio, you get the Six of Swords. You have the Ten of Wands in reverse, as well as the Five of Wands. For them, they have the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. For you, I'm seeing you move forward. Some of you are either traveling to this person, like they can't come to you, but you're traveling to them and you're taking on a lot of this responsibility, or you've been traveling to them and you're trying to prove to this person either that you want to be in their life. I see that. Some of you are also moving away from this as well. Like I'm leaving behind any kind of troubles. I'm looking forward to what's ahead. This person is not my responsibility anymore. All that happened between the two of us was constant arguments and fights, and I'm done with it. For them, they have that Four of Swords, that Ace of Wands, and that Eight of Pentacles. I am seeing that for them, you know, no communication right now. There's a break in communication, or you two broke up. But that they still desire you. They try to manifest you. You're constantly on their mind. And they try to keep themselves busy with work through the day, so that way they don't think about you. So they're not drawn to thinking about you, the situation, all of that. Now, the connection between you and this person, Scorpio, is the Page of Wands and the Chariot. And it's really showing like everything was fun, but it wasn't going to last forever because somebody quickly moves on here. So yeah, I mean, for you, I do see like it's kind of falling into the same story, that you feel you put in a lot of effort and work towards this person to show them and prove to them that you will show up and be there for them, that you want them in your life, but they didn't do the same. And that's where it got very difficult. That's what led to, this person isn't my responsibility anymore, because they're not showing me, you know, by showing up or coming to see me, they're not showing me that I mean something to them. So I absolutely get it. When things are not fair, or, you know, feel like a fair exchange, then it can weigh heavy on the person who is constantly showing up, the person who's constantly giving. It can make them feel like all their efforts are wasted. So I completely understand. All right. Now, excuse me. We're going to go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. I get current energy for Sagittarius, please. Person on their mind and the connection between the two. Straight to it. Sagittarius, you are not holding back today. And you are mad. And you have every right to be. I don't see that it bothers your, or like ruins your day, but just talking about this person, whew, that triggers you. All right. All right. Sagittarius, you have the Five of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. You feel this person played a lot of mind games with your feelings, that they only wanted one thing from you, like they wanted sex. And so you don't trust them. You think they're a liar, they cheat, they're excuse me, I'm so sorry. I haven't figured out how to mute these things yet. And that cough just kind of came out of nowhere. But yeah, you're like, I don't trust them. You know, this person, they don't care. They're full of themselves. They, you know, only wanted one thing from me, and they just lied. They were too sneaky. Is it just too much for you? And I feel like you saw straight through their BS. This person's younger than you. If they're not younger than you, their maturity level is definitely not at the same as yours. It's definitely lower. That's what you feel. The Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords comes out for them, their current energy, you know, and how they feel about you. Man, they are moving so slow. You know why? Because they're so stubborn to change. I feel like I'm going to cough again. I'm so sorry. 1 second. Where is my latte? Hold on. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. Okay, so look how stubborn they are. Like, you can't tell me to let go. This is mine. It's mine. This is who I am. I'm not going to change that. So yeah, they move really slow to invest in you because they tell themselves reasons they shouldn't and that they're not going to change, or like you won't accept them or something like that. That's on them. And again, connection here is the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Swords. You know, this person shows up like one to have fun, you know, be around when it's convenient for them. Again, when it's convenient for them. And you're seeing through their BS here and calling them out on it. So good for you, Sagittarius. Like I said, you're not holding back at all. Three of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. One of you will end up heartbroken. I don't feel that you're the one that's really heartbroken, but I feel it's disappointing. I feel like this person will learn eventually that they're heartbroken, that they, you know, from the things that they've done and not treating you better or, you know, doing the right thing, being, maybe they are genuine with the way that they feel right now. I don't know. But, you know, you're going to be the one that they missed out on. And so that's where they're going to end up heartbroken. You're disappointed, like, I wasted my time. Don't worry. It's okay. At least you were I'm going to put it this way. At least you're putting yourself out there to find out, you know, where your soulmate is, where your partner is, your life partner, whatever. And so this person was just a bump in the road, you know? So keep going. All right, we're going to move on to Capricorn. All right. Those of you that just joined, hello, welcome. I'm glad to see you all here. Okay. For Capricorn, can I get current energy of Capricorn, person on their mind, and the connection between the two, please? Oh, that was quick. Okay. Interesting. I think it's cute what this person's trying to do, but it definitely has you cautious. All right, so Capricorn, you have the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. They have the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, okay? So for you, what I'm seeing here is you're definitely cautious of this person. You have your guard up with that Page of Swords. That sword is up and ready, okay? The King of Swords is really showing how you're being strategic. Like you're asking, you need to learn more about this person. You're thinking things through because the right kind of relationship for you matters, and you're not just trying to be in a relationship with someone. Also, you're ready for a relationship of like someone you want to build a life with, bring around your family. Like you want that significant other, so you don't want to waste your time with someone who's not serious. Absolutely understand. So some of you might be spying, which, I say spying, you're trying to find more information on this person, make sure they don't have a family, a hidden life, asking them certain questions, really paying attention, really engaging. And you're very intelligent, Capricorn. I love the way that you're handling these things, because you're like, in order for me to make the best decision for myself, I have to really take my time to think this through, and how this person's acting has me a little cautious. They come off as someone who is pursuing you, someone who really wants you. They're carrying this heavy weight of really you physically, but also it's like they're trying to manifest more. They desire you. They're very attracted to you, but they want to talk, like they desire to talk about what's been heavy on their mind. And it's not just physical intimacy in that way. This is more of like, what are you looking for, Capricorn? What do you want? Or like, what are we doing? But this person is definitely going to ask you questions because they've been really drawn to, I need to be upfront with Capricorn and ask them, what's going on? What are we doing? So the Eight of Pentacles comes out, as well as the Knight of Swords, for the connection between the two of you. All right, and it's really showing that you're both paying attention to details here, but there's a lot of frustration. It's like you're both being patient with those details and what to do with it, which is causing some frustration. I don't see you frustrated like, I want this right now, but you're definitely looking at things from a, why are they being overly nice or giving me too much attention, or is this the right person, what is their family like, things like that. So I do see a lot of, you just checking off boxes, but not just boxes. Like you want to know that this person's right for you. This is someone that you want to build a life with. You also have a lot to offer to them. Some of you come from a family of wealth. And so being with this person, if you're going to spend the rest of your life with them, you want to know that you two are going to be together. They're not just in it for money or anything like that. Or you've worked really hard to build this far a legacy for yourself, and that's something you really want to share with someone, and not just anyone, like the right person, the person who motivates you as well. So all right, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. We're gonna go ahead and move on to Aquarius, so let's go ahead and get to that. Right. All right. Can I get current energy for Aquarius, person on their mind, and the connection between the two of them? And the connection between the two. Who's the con artist? Okay. Yeah. All right, so Aquarius, for you, you have the Ace of Wands, the Empress, and the Three of Swords. You're very drawn to this person. I see that you're very attracted to them, or you desire them, trying to figure things out of like, how can we make this work, or how can I be with them? You definitely feel that this person has every quality you're looking for in a partner, but you're heartbroken. And what I'm seeing from that, because just this doesn't tell me why you're heartbroken, right? I always have to clarify on some things, but I see it on their side. And I see the con artist like fake being someone just to please the other person or get something out of them. If this is your person, how could they break your heart? I know, because some of you are like, you know, I'm so attracted to them. They have everything I'm looking for, but they broke my heart. You know, I'm heartbroken. They broke my heart. And it doesn't go in depth as to why, but I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles in reverse for them, the Page of Swords, and the 5 of Wands in reverse. And it's showing me that you two broke up. Some of you, they took money from you as well. Maybe you loaned them money or helped them out with bills or something like that. But now they have kind of distanced themselves from you, because it always leads to a lot of fighting. There's never nice things said with this current situation, but I'm also seeing like they feel like you two are not, like, you're in separation right now. You know what's crazy? You two are separated, you're broken up, whatever, but yet they still spy on you, but they're not willing to fight for you and prove that they want to be with you. And that's where they are being this fake. I know it sounds like, you know, I don't know this person, so whoever's like, I am not fake, I'm not calling you out personally. I'm just saying it comes off as the energy is showing somebody who's not being authentic to themselves. They're being fake. So, connection between the two of you, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the 5 of Swords. Someone you cannot trust here is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who is a con artist. This is someone who does not have loyalty to anyone but themselves, and they definitely will manipulate to get their way. That 5 of Swords is really showing the mind games that they play to get what they want from people. Curious if your person really knows that they do it, or they just have done it for so long that they feel this is just who they are. However, we're not going to make excuses for them. We're not, right? But I do see you feel this is your person. They're spying on you, Aquarius, but they don't want to fight for you. They don't want to have to prove themselves. They don't want to have to come back and fix things or make things right or even reach out to you. Not at this point. And that's on them. And their pride and ego does get in the way. But at the same time, they're not being true to themselves of like, this is who I really am. Maybe who they're showing you they are right now is who they are. Unless it all came from an argument. That's different. Sometimes we say things out of frustration and then, you know, you can go back and fix them. It's like, I was mad, I was angry because I was emotional. I wasn't thinking things, I was feeling it. And when I was feeling it, it was really heavy. And that can happen, right? But this person, it's different. This person, they know they do this. And then they refuse to fix things. So, all right. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. We're going to move on to Pisces. All right. Bye, babe. Have a good time. Thank you. Love you too, babe. Sorry, my kiddo's leaving. She is going to take my nieces and nephew for some fun today. Okay, be careful. All right. She's brave. She's taken four little ones. I mean, they're not too little, but still, I'm like, are you sure? She made a promise during Christmas, and I'm like, are you sure? Okay. Oh, I know that my sister, my brother and sister-in-law are like, thank you. All right. Okay, Pisces, let's go ahead and move on to Pisces. Can I get current energy for Pisces person on their mind, as well as the connection between the two of them, please? Okay. Why do you have to be studied? This is so silly. Okay. It's not like you're a science experiment or something. You need to be tested. All right. You're like, well, what does it say? Okay, Pisces, for you, you have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the King of Wands. And, you know, you feel that you two are a perfect match. And I like that. I mean, it's good. But you're on a break from each other. There's been lack of communication, which is making you feel a little bit disappointed. I do see that you've both been busy, like working, like we're just busy with work. I don't know if that's the excuse that you're making up for them. Yes, we make up excuses. We do, right? It's like, well, maybe they're doing this. We don't need to give anybody excuses. Let them make up their own and see if they're just as good as the ones we came up with, right? So, but yeah, the Queen of Wands, Four Swords, and that King of Wands, that perfect match of the Queen and King of Wands here. But lack of communication. Either you're on a break from each other is what I see, or it's just like resting, catch up on sleep and this and that and the other. We've been so busy, so we haven't had time for one another. And you're just wanting to check in because you're feeling a little disappointed, like, it's been too long. Well, here's the thing. For them, the energy that they are coming out with and how they feel about you, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. It's the test for them, but it's a test because this person has been heartbroken. I don't know if that's between you and them, like a painful situation happened between the two of you, so it's hard for them to just trust right away, or they've gone through some heartbreak. Since I'm not clarifying, it's really hard to know, but if that's your situation, if they've gone through heartbreak, you did nothing, then it's just that they're very cautious because they've had their heart broken a time or two, or it's like a fresh breakup. It could be years that it happened, like years ago that it happened, but to them it's still fresh, meaning that they don't trust. How do I let somebody back in? That's hard. That's difficult, right? Or something that happened between the two of you. But there it is. There's that Knight of Pentacles, that Seven of Swords, and that Eight of Pentacles. So they're procrastinating with you. They're moving really slow with you because they have trust issues. They don't trust you. And so they need to study more. They need to pay close attention to the details between you and them. And that's what they're doing, is that they're being strategic about how they move and operate with you, but you're feeling like we don't talk about how we're perfect for each other, or, you know, we've been too busy to get together. That's your reason. Theirs is different, you know? So like I said, we can't make up excuses for others, because when we do and we give that to them, they're like, yeah, that's what I was feeling. And it's good to let somebody make up their own reason, or, you know, I don't want to say make up, tell you their own reason for doing something and see if it aligns with what you were feeling. If it doesn't, you know, then start to ask questions. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Eight of Swords that comes out in the connection here. Someone feels that they really messed things up and that nobody won, and they want to fix it and correct it, but they're really stuck in their mind of doing so. That's in the connection between the two of you. Someone messed up something and they're feeling stuck in their thoughts that it's not working out, or not going to work out, or it's going to happen again, you know, that kind of feeling. So would y'all like for me, let's see how many people we got here right now. 13 watching right now. I'll take it. I'll take even one. But would you like for me to go through the signs, like If you're dealing with the Aries, this is what they're feeling. I feel like, you know, some readers do that. So, you know, I'll do that. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean. Maybe you know. If you watch enough tarot like I do, I still do. I don't watch it as much as I used to, but I still watch it. But some people will at the end go through like, if you're dealing with an Aries, this is why, you know, they're not wanting to get together. If you're dealing with a so and so. Yeah, so if y'all want that, I will definitely do that for you. So let's go ahead and go through those signs now of if you're dealing with them. See if it'll connect more for those that maybe you didn't resonate fully with it, or you're feeling like in question about the energies that came through. Sometimes this helps. All right, so if you are dealing with an Aries, show me. They're trying to get out of their headspace. They're really feeling trapped in their thoughts. They're trying to get out of their headspace about a relationship. You know, so the 8 of Swords, and then we have the 10 of Cups, okay? And they definitely, yes, they definitely want to be with you, but there's something about, you know, overthinking things. So they're trying not to overthink a relationship or what it would look like, or even prepare for it in the future. It's taking them some time. So now if you're dealing with, Samantha Campos, I see your messages on here. If you want a personal reading with me, because we've already finished the whole reading, but if you'd like a personal, any of you would like a personal reading with me, reach out to me. Email can be found in the description of this video, and just reach out to me and I'll get back to you with prices and all that good stuff. So, all right. So if you're dealing with a Taurus, those of you dealing with a Taurus, ooh, they're just taking their time. Like, they have heavy feelings for you. They do get anxious, worried. But they're looking at the situation. What can we fix? But they're taking their time and working towards authentic love. I like that. I think it's very beautiful. So now we're going to move on to if you are dealing with a Gemini. Good morning, Melissa. Welcome. So glad you got here just in time before I finish. So those of you that are just now tuning in, I do not have timestamps. It will happen after the video is fully uploaded to YouTube. It takes a moment. If I mess with it, it won't fully upload, and I don't want to ruin anything for anyone. So those timestamps, as soon as I can input them and update everything, I will do so, and then I will put that in the description as well as in a comment to help y'all find it and locate it. Okay, we're on Gemini, right? If you're dealing with a Gemini, they're guarded because they don't want to fight. Like, they are protecting themselves because they feel like you're too much drama. They feel like they don't want to, there's always if you're not the drama, you always have too much drama in your life. And so they feel like you have a lot of drama. If you're dealing with a Cancer, Cancer wants to talk. They want to open up. They want to come out of this breakup and they want to see where things go. Cancer wants to talk about things. They want to ask questions. They really want to pursue this. And they're going to, the King of Wands is someone who pursues. So they're not going to wait for you. They're going to be the one to reach out because they want to make things right. 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, but we have the King of Wands and that 4 of Swords in reverse. If you are dealing with a Leo, go ahead and take a look at that. Sorry, I know y'all keep hearing my cat in the background. He's like dying to get out here. He can wait. All right, if you're dealing with a Leo, they have a lot of weight that they're carrying around when it comes to starting a new beginning. because they're very cautious about it. It feels like Leo has to learn more with the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. But we have the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. It's really heavy for them to, you know, invest in this like long-term commitment or a commitment at all. But it's because they need to know more. Leos typically will open their heart up to you, and they will love you heavily, and sometimes it feels like a little too much, but that's okay. I personally am a Leo, so I don't know. But Leos will close, anyone will, but they'll close off all that giving when they've gone through a lot of situations that were questionable of people taking advantage of their kindness. And so that's what I'm kind of seeing is your Leo is just like carrying on this heavy weight of wanting, you know, to do this, but how to do it, when to do it, is this the right person to start, you know, a commitment with. So it's like Leo's taking a different approach because it's not a very Leo move, is it? All right, let's go ahead and see if you're dealing with a Virgo. Show me if you're dealing with a Virgo. Virgo, here you have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So Virgo is not backing down here. They're feeling left out and they don't like that. So Virgo is not backing down here. I feel like they still safeguard themselves. They're feeling the loss of you, but they don't want to give up. People have a lot of opinions about what they should do when it comes to you and them, but Virgo is not backing down. They're standing up for what they believe in because they feel this loss and they want this beginning here with that Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. So now if you're dealing with a Libra, you're dealing with a Libra, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you that are dealing with the Libra, some of y'all are in a same gender relationship. And you know what? Love is love. I love love. So I'm not going to be that person that's like, oh my gosh, I hate when people do that. You know what? Some of them just don't know better, right? But I do see that Libra, they really want to talk about things with you. They really want to, like, they're very focused on you and they see you as somebody they can bring home, build a life with. I'm going to say bring home to their family. Like, they think you would be it for them. And they definitely want to talk about that. That's something they're going to ask you about as well. Like, also what your goals are. Libra wants to know what's your 5-year, your 10-year plan, things like that, when it comes to finances. I think like they have a plan of their own. All right. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, Scorpio is going to reveal to you very soon that they can be arrogant, that they just don't care. And obviously what I saw in Scorpio's reading is Scorpio is not putting up with something from their partner and a person that they felt that they were giving so much to. So they're going to put all ego aside. They're in the manifestation stages of how they're going to handle this, but we have the Moon in reverse, then we have the King of Wands in a 50-50 energy. It feels like Scorpio is really not trying to show you that side of them where they have that stinger, but they do. And that's okay. All right. If you are dealing with a Sagittarius, they want to make things right. They feel like there's other competition, but they haven't discussed this with you. They feel you're worth fighting for. They want to offer you some kind of gift because they feel like other people want your time as well. And they haven't said anything. So I feel like they're going to open up with more communication. They're worried they've already lost you. So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Swords that came out. Sorry. All right. So if you are dealing with a Capricorn, all right, lost a card. 1 second. Fell over the back of the couch. All right, if you are dealing with a Capricorn, they are not going to pursue asking you questions. They're actually closed off. They're going to suppress their feelings here. They're feeling like a loss of you. Back around. Sorry. We have the King of Wands in reverse and the Two of Swords that comes out. Okay. If you are dealing with an Aquarius, Parker, hold on. He's like, just let me out. I have to put the other one up because she's feisty. You're dealing with an Aquarius. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, they're definitely stuck in their thoughts and it's becoming very challenging for them. They're in the, like, they're stuck in their thoughts of insecurities or overthinking situations, which is becoming so challenging. They think like, okay, so being stuck in their thoughts, what they're worried about is you two having an argument. The Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands. So they're stuck in their head that you two are just going to fight. So they're not doing anything. They're not coming to pursue or fix things or whatever, because they do lose sleep. They have a lot of anxiety and stress, but they lose sleep over you in this situation. And it's because they get so stuck in their thoughts that it becomes an alternate reality. It's not what's really going on around them. It's whatever they think is going to happen. So they're creating an alternate reality, or, you know, yeah, a different reality than what's going on around them. So let's go ahead and look at if you're dealing with a Pisces. Pisces feels like nothing is going to change what they wish it would. So if you're dealing with a Pisces, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the King of Wands. There's this, nothing is really growing. It's not, like, you wouldn't know. They're moving so incredibly slow. It's like a block in any kind of growth. But yet they want you. They want to pursue you, which doesn't make sense. But, oh, Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so Pisces is not planting that seed here with that Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Even though they want you, it's like they want you to come to them. With that Nine of Cups is showing the love that's all around that person. So it's like Pisces is like, well, if you want me, and come and get me because I'm here, but I'm not going to do it. So that's whoever that is there. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. I enjoyed being here live with you guys today. I'm going to try and do this more often. Probably won't do it this little area. Sometimes I will. I love my little table, but it works out for me when I need it. But I will be posting some videos today. I'm going to work on 4. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer's readings will be today. Tomorrow I'll do a Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Monday will be the 4 remaining signs. So we're going to have Who did I miss? I missed Scorpio, didn't I? Okay, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna do it just like going through the wheel. I'm like, I can't believe I missed one. Sorry about that. It happens. Anyways, well, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you so much for being here with me today. I've missed y'all. I'm so glad to be back. Oh, I see that beautiful face of yours, Suli. So yeah, we will catch up in the readings coming up. I'll try, like I said, to do live readings whenever more often and when I can. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the holidays. Happy New Year to everyone. I got to do something about my nails now. All right. Love you all. Mwah. So have a good rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye.